Well, it's a very good morning from him, and of course it's a very good morning from me. I hope you're well. Welcome to my mortgage live stream. I'm Paul Archer, but you know that by now, I imagine. Welcome to our regular weekly mortgage and financial update for you if you're doing CPD or learning CMAP or whatever you're doing, ready to help you in the industry. Got the budget, of course, coming up, and I read this morning that half of first-time buyers are waiting for the budget before they take their next step. I don't know why, but everybody's worried that the budget's going to devastate the whole industry and there's going to be locust infestations and all sorts of things. But that's all about sentiment, isn't it? And our market boils down to how we feel about things. Of course, first-time buyers are going to have a good time next year, and we're going to come on to that why. The market is changing a lot, and I want to explain to you this morning where the change is occurring. I'm sure you've read about it unless you've been living under a rock. We went for a walk this weekend, long walk on Saturday, about 10 miles over at Painswick, and the weather's changing. It's like middle of November now. What is it, 17th of November? We've had that mild period for a while now. Now it's getting colder and the leaves have gone. It's getting wetter. So the weather's changing and you can feel the change in the air, can't you? Likewise, the same with financial services and the mortgage sector. Let's come on to that now. Another little tip for you about expanding yourself, stepping into the uncomfortable zone, doing better than you're doing. With all these changes coming into the sector, maybe time is for you to step into maybe an uncomfortable zone. So we've got that coming up later on for you. You can't wait, can you? Anyway, let's get into our topic then today, which is all about this mortgage change. So the first one for you is the mortgage or the modified affordability assessment. So let's pop over to my whiteboard over here for that one, shall we? The modified affordability assessment. What is this? Where did this all come from? And where does it lead into the mortgage review that's going on as well? Well, as you can appreciate, of course, the regulator has wanted to help the government with their long-term aim of expanding the economy. And what they're trying to do now is to remove some of the restrictions that we had from the mortgage market review. Now, if anyone knows their history, the mortgage market review, which was, of course, 2014, which was 11 years ago now, tightened up the mortgage lending massively post-pandemic, or post the financial crash, I should say, not pandemic. Post the crash, we wanted to tighten up what people could borrow, and it made it very, very strict. So the aim of this new modified affordability assessment is to remove the strict criteria that was put into place then. And it was very strict, and it's affected how much people can borrow, maximum lending, all sorts of things enormously in the marketplace that we're in. And has meant that lots and lots of first-time buyers can't buy the properties they want to buy. So what's the regulator doing? Well, the first thing they're doing is they're going to make it easier to remortgage. That's the first one, or what we call in the business the remos. There you go, the remortgages, where somebody has a fixed rate maybe, it's coming to an end, or they just want to move to another lender. If they want to move to another lender and the new deal is better for them, it's a better interest rate, etc., a better deal all round, then they're allowed to move to that, or remortgage to that new lender with very little extra requirements. It's going to make it a lot easier. And there are conditions, of course, but the whole point is it allows them to borrow more to a certain degree. It allows them to borrow a lot easier, but we'll come on to the conditions for you in a moment. So what's happening? Well, first of all, you got this remortgage. The first thing they're going to do then is to get rid of stress testing. So stress testing has pretty much gone now. Most lenders started getting rid of this last year. The stress testing has now gone. Now, the whole point about stress testing was that it made lenders check to see if customers could borrow the same amount of money at a high interest rate, to stress them, if you like, stress test them. But what it meant in effect was that this strict criteria was put in, and you couldn't lend them as much as they wanted. So that's going to go as well. What they're also bringing in is a simplified, and this is the real key one for you, a simplified income verification or income corroboration, call it what you like, which means they're going to make it a lot easier for people to have a certain income and borrow a whole lot more. They're going to verify this as well. And you've probably already seen this happening. It happened during the summer. And a number of lenders have really taken this on and are really moving forward. What's happening from about July onwards, or July 2025 onwards this year, a number of lenders are now starting to lend large amounts of money. So let's show you a couple of clips from the press. Let's just put this one up for you. This one's TSB. Eases stress test to allow up to £30,000 of extra borrowing. This was July 25.